Well, good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Pastor's Update. I am Pastor Pamela Kipps, and it's good to be with you this morning. We have just a few short announcements for you this week. First, we want to celebrate the wonderful ministry that happened this weekend in our youth and our kids programs. On Sunday evening, our over 32 kids gathered right here in our parking lot for games and fellowship under the leadership of Kyle Johnson. And we are just thrilled that this ministry is continuing to blossom and grow and to thrive. Even in the midst of a pandemic, great work can be done. And we're just so proud and thankful to Kyle and his team of volunteers who continue to love on our youth and create ways for them to engage with God. Our kids ministry had equal success this weekend. On Saturday afternoon, our director, Tanya Fuller, hosted an event where over 40 kids came and their parents so that they could make tie-dye t-shirts, and they enjoyed ice from the ice-shaped ice truck. They decorated cookies, and they just had a wonderful time outdoors. We're grateful to Tanya and her team for all the great work that they're doing as this ministry continues to just bear great fruit. And the Lord is just truly moving at Fairfax. Despite the distance and despite the challenges, we're seeing great things come out of our church. A reminder that this weekend, October 4th, we are returning to communion, which we have not enjoyed since the beginning of March. And this is an exciting time for us to be reminded that through the sacrament of communion, God's love, forgiveness, and grace is provided for us to sustain us on our journey of faith. If you're worshiping in person, we will perform the Communion Liturgy as you are familiar with, and on your way out the door, the pastors will pass to you with the appropriate words an individualized serving of a wafer and juice for you to consume in your car so that you don't have to remove your mask in the building or on the grounds. There's a top layer to this particular little cup, and you'll see it's a very small little film. As you can see, it's very thin. You remove that and you can access the wafer. The second layer is the bigger layer, and that one gives you access to the cup. So we will be passing those out to each one of you. If you are worshiping online, we remind you to go ahead and have your bread set aside and your cup prepared so that when we cue you, you can partake of the bread and the cup without interruption. I even encourage you to consider having a special plate and a special cup set aside just for communion as we go forward, so that we were reminded of just how holy this sacrament is. This sacrament that says no matter where you've been or what you've done, you are forgiven, you are loved, and you are drawn into and invited into a loving relationship with God. We pray as you go forth this week that you will continue to speak life over darkness, that you will continue to think about all the good that God is doing in the world and right here at our church. We can't wait to be with you again, either online or in person. Don't forget to reach out to your pastors if we can be of any support. Have a great week, everyone.